It's a booty. It's a penny booty. Oh my.
She's okay with it.
To the dog. Oh my god. I am offended.
What?
That one is that low. I am offended.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
I'm just gonna play with Penny.
Don't do that because you're gonna disrupt the audio. Don't make disruptive noises.
Shh, Penny. Don't make disruptive noises.
These two are always disrupting me.
Are you sure this is gonna take us an hour?
It might take us longer than an hour.
Okay.
Hey!
And action.
Hey guys, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to the Board Game Garden! There's two of us here! We finally got Francis to film a video! Woo! But anyways, we are starting our top 20 games of all time currently.
Currently from our little collection of, what, 150 games or so?
About 150 games.
So, we haven't played much more than what's outside of our collection.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we're trying to do our best.
But, yes, I want to give a few caveats. Is that the correct word?
I don't know, where are you going with this?
Like, just different things to note before we get into it.
Okay.
One, there are some games in our collection that I really, really enjoy, and I could see being in my top 20, but we've only played them once.
Well,
so,
should we mention that now? Let's save it for the end.
The end?
Yeah, like after we do all our top 20s.
Well, I'm not mentioning the ones.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm just saying, if there's some that you'd think would be in here, it's probably because it's probably because we've only played it once. Or we haven't played it enough. Even if we've played it like twice, I feel like I still can't put it in my top 20.
Yeah, there's been some games where they made my top 20, but then I reviewed my list and I was like, you know what, we only played that twice. I gotta remove it.
Yeah, exactly. And then there are some like prototypes that I've played that like a few of them I considered putting in my top 20, but I would rather wait until we actually have the final product of those to say if they're going to be in the top 20. So if you guys are wanting to see our 20 to 11, then just keep on watching and let's get into this video. Penny. she's ready. She's so cute.
She's watching.
She's ready. She's taking her seat.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
Oh, you said do you, and then she told me.
Oh, yeah.
We're not saying what you think we're saying, girly.
Just her being under the ring light, it looks like she has like this massive halo over her head.
Aww, you're an
A halo that's bigger than her own body.
Okay, so let's start with our number 20s. You want me to go first?
You can go first.
My number 20 is dun 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 dun. Everdell.
I can't believe that's that low, actually.
See, the thing is that I really, really enjoy Everdell, but I'm just not very good at it.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think I've said that before. But considering I have like maybe won this once, I'm surprised it's even in my top 20. Because I'm just so bad at it. But the game is so good that I still enjoy it. So my thing is I always tell people, like, you don't have to be good at games to enjoy them, and I really just enjoy the process of Everdell. I really love worker placement games. The theme gets me, all of the art, and the fact that we only have one expansion, and there are still four other expansions that can be added to this. There's just so much more to explore. That is my number 20, Everdell, published by Starling Games. I don't know if we're going to say like the publisher and the designer and stuff, but
I guess I'm going to have to review the publishers for mine because I don't have it memorized
I'll help you. I'm the professional.
Yeah, you're the professional. You actually memorize all these things. I'm the professional.
But yes, Everdell is published by Starling Games, and it is designed by James A. Wilson. Andrew Bosley's the illustrator. Ooh!
You talk about it like it's like in your top 5.
My top 20, these are games that I love.
Yeah, that's true. Out of 150,
150?
I guess that's pretty good.
Top 20? Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Francis, number 20.
Number 20 is... Clank.
Clank, the OG.
The original one.
OG
yeah.
Clank. You can put it up top here.
So
and talk about it.
This is a deck building game. I love the theme of it. Oh, she's scooting. She's scooting.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this is a deck building game that has kind of like an exploration aspect to it, and I just love the theme. Obviously, first off, the dungeon
You just really
crawling.
love exploring.
Yeah.
I find
any games with exploring, and I mean even the treasure when you go into it, you
like
can,
getting a treasure.
you don't know if you're gonna. When you flip it, if it's going to be something you really need, like boots or hearts or whatnot. I love the dragon mechanic, especially when someone's always on the verge of death, which is normally Jenna.
Yeah.
That gets really exciting. It's always good for a laugh.
Like just taking the things out of the bag is just so much
especially
fun.
when you don't want to be responsible for someone's death. So you're like, no, I'm not picking these cubes out. I'm going to get blamed for it, even though you have no control for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and especially when like it starts off a bit slow because everyone kind of is just building their deck first and going down. But once that first person grabs their first artifact, they could either choose to end the game quickly by running out the dungeon.
I hate when people do that.
Or you never know, they might actually
stay down
there, get a backpack and get more.
Yeah.
But once that person gets that first artifact, everyone's on edge.
There's a little bit of panic.
It's like, so you're on your toes and you're like, okay, I really gotta kick it up a notch. So that's what I love about Clank.
Yep, it's published by
Renegade
as well as Direwolf, and I don't know actually who it's designed by.
So you're not.
It's usually on the front. A game by Paul
Denon.
Paul Denon. Yes.
Not sure if we pronounced that name right, but
that is our number 20, baby. Sir, you're not on screen.
We have to be so close to each other.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, you kind of smell. It's because you never wash that sweater.
Yeah, I do. This is one of the clean laundry.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Don't lean on me. In between. Not too far, but not too close. Okay, so moving on to our number 19. It is kind of funny because this one was when I did my other top 10 video on my Jenna Rose channel. This was number 1. So, that is the wonderful game of 7 Wonders. This game we've had in our collection since probably 2019?
It's one of the earlier ones that we got.
Probably when we had about 20 games.
It has to be 2019, I think.
Oh no, I think this was probably like one of our first 10 games we had in our collection. But 7 Wonders is a card drafting game where you are building up your civilization, and there are different types of cards that give you different points in different ways, and you're collecting resources to buy more cards. Would you consider it an engine building game? Because you're building up stuff as the 3 stages or 3 ages go along. Not like extremely, but I enjoy the like going from age 1 to age 2 to age 3 and like getting more resources and getting more cards that then will get you more cards after that and all of those things. So yeah, 7 Wonders, I think the reason why it was first when I did my top 10 is just because this is a game that we have played so many times with family, with friends. If we ever have just like, I don't know, half an hour to play a game, this is always the one that like everyone wants to play. It is simultaneous.
Yeah.
And so that makes it go faster. You can play with as many people, up to 7, and it's still going to be the same amount of time.
I mean, maybe some people will drag on their decision with their cards, but it doesn't really extend the time that much.
Yeah, and I will say that we typically do play with the Leaders expansion as well, and that makes it a little bit longer because you have that stage in between of picking your leader, but not because you're just paying
like
for the leader.
A couple of minutes longer, but
that is my number 19. That is 7 Wonders. It is designed by Antoine Bauza, and it is published by Repos Productions. I don't know if it's still published by them. Probably.
Okay.
Yep.
My turn.
Go ahead.
So my number 19 is another deck building game.
You really love deck
Quest for
building, boy.
Eldorado. So actually, when I was putting together my 11 to 20, I always had a hard time between this and Clank. I'm like, They're
Which
both deck
one is
building.
better?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the deck building, Clank has a lot more depth to it.
Yeah, there's a lot more like different cards to get.
I there's some times where I like the simplicity of this one.
Like, it's easier to
table. Yeah, it's easier to table. It's easier to.
I would say it's probably quicker too.
Yeah, it's easier to strategize sometimes, and sometimes I don't want something to.
Yeah, you kind of just want to get something to the table and not have to think as much.
Mm-hmm. So, and the fact that this is our first, I think it's our first and only racing game.
Yeah, this is our only racing game.
That gave me a new mechanic that I'm still new to. This might fall off my top 20 once I start getting used to the racing mechanic. Yeah. But yeah, I love this game. It's and the fact that you have the map laid out already. Right in front of you. You can actually, I love the fact that you can plan. You can see and you can kind of plan. Like,
for the future.
Oh, there's a big desert area. I need to prepare for that. So you start buying cards for that.
I don't.
Obviously, you might, it's still down to luck.
Mm-hmm.
Where you might not get the cards you need for a specific spot right on that turn. But when it does and everything
works out.
Yeah, everything falls into plan, it's so satisfying. I love it. I don't know if I told you about the Uncharted games and Indiana Jones. Like when I was watching Indiana Jones, Indiana Jones is a movie series.
Well, I know that. Yeah. What's Uncharted?
Uncharted is our video games. Yeah, there's 4 of them.
That's what I was.
But when I was watching Indiana Jones as a kid, I was like, that's what I want to be when I grow up. You know, everyone wanted to be like cops and astronauts,
when you go to a temple,
doctors. I'm like, no, I want to be Indiana Jones. I want to find treasure. I want to travel, find treasure, not necessarily get shot at, but yeah, this kind of brings me back to that. Actually, you guys will see that there's quite a few games in my list where I kind of link it back to my childhood.
Aww.
And that's why I love it so much. But yeah, number 19, Quest for El Dorado.
Penny's behind the box. Oh, okay. Let's get through these quicker. I feel like this video is going to be very long, so apologies, but hopefully you guys enjoy. My number 18 is one that we've had for a very long time, and I don't think it was on my other top 10. But recently, I've just really, really loved this game. Whenever we are hanging out with our friends, this is one that always comes to my mind. And I think it's just, I don't know. I think I like the theme and just like the cozy vibes. Also, this is Taverns of
Cozy vibes. People getting drunk.
Look at how cozy the tavern looks.
Aren't there people like breathing fire?
Okay, I'm not alone in this. People on Discord said that I asked for like cozy fall vibe games. People said Taverns of Tiefenthal, okay? Look at how cozy it looks in there. Are you kidding me? You go to the tavern, you get a drink. It's a cozy time. Oh, are you giving Taverns a kiss?
Yeah, I guess it's approved.
Oh, includes 4 expansions. We have only played with 1 or 2 expansions. We played what are like the little cups?
The modules, yeah.
Gin?
Schnapps.
Schnapps. But yeah, basically in taverns, you're running your own tavern. We just call it taverns, but it's Taverns of Tiefenthal. And you're running your own tavern. It is a deck building dice worker placement game. I think I just really like dice worker placement. That's one thing that you guys will see in some other games that I have. I really like dice rolling and then doing things with those dice numbers. But yeah, you are upgrading your tavern, I guess you're not really serving your customers. I guess putting the die on a customer is considered serving your customer. But yeah, I really enjoy this one. I think I'm pretty good at this one, even though a lot of it is luck in your die rolls, but I don't care.
It all depends on the die roll, that's true.
But there's also some strategic decisions, okay? So Taverns of Tiefenthal, I just love this game very, very much. It is published by North Star Games. I don't know if it's actually still published by North Star Games, but it is designed
under a different
by, I think
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang Warsch. That is my number 18.
All right, my 18 is Concordia.
Jeez. So loud. This is a shame. This is an absolute shame.
This is my top 20.
Okay. I guess. So
you're telling me that this is in your list.
Of course.
And it's higher than Everdell.
Yes.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
My tastes have changed.
Yeah, your tastes are really changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Concordia, I love this game. It's easy to teach, easy to table. Well, actually, it's really the time. The time actually is a huge concern.
It's a huge concern.
I mean, sometimes I guess it depends on the players too. We've had some 4-player games with this where it felt like it felt like it dragged. But then there's been some times too. I think maybe with my parents, it depends on how often you buy, I think.
Well, we've played the full 5-player count.
And that was too long.
With your family.
Yeah.
I think one person has to sit out because there's typically 6 of us, but we played this with 5 people. We've considered getting the, Venus expansion? Is that the one that...
To play 6, because we normally play 6 with my players, but I think 4 would be the max that I would play this at.
Yeah.
2 would... I actually really like this as a 2-player game. But yeah, I just love the simplicity of it. You can actually... Everything is taught to you in the cards. Like you and whatever your move is, it's pretty straightforward. It's on the card. And there's also what?
It's also a deck builder.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Building your deck.
Oh yeah, that's true, because and
then you use the Tribune to...
One thing I love too is, as you're building your deck, is actually also keeping track of what you're going to score the most.
That's like my favorite part of Concordia.
Yeah, you kind of have to...
The types of cards that you get then determine what you score.
Yeah, that's what I love. Like, because you want to build your deck to go towards a certain strategy, but you also need to take into account the type of points you're getting for having those in your deck. And I just find that's a great balance. And then you also don't know what your opponents are doing. Like, I think majority of the time I know what you're doing because you're always expanding everywhere. But aside from that, I don't know what strategy. I don't actually know what else she's trying to score. Yeah. And you don't know how much points you have until the very end when you calculate everyone's total.
Everyone stays on 0 the entire game.
So and it's almost funny because at the end, it's almost like there's a mini race on the scores. Like you see someone like get 30 points and then everyone's like dragging by 10, but then
one person could
next
get
time
60 points on
60 points and then the person in the lead only got 5 points, and it's just like a back and forth until
you never know until the very end.
Yeah, it's just very exciting.
It's very exciting. Yeah,
but yeah, Concordia,
the scoring itself could be a game.
Yeah.
Concordia Part 2. Oh, I'm not taking that one yet. That's not gonna be in this video.
Oh, spoilers.
Okay, so moving on to number 17. This is a game that I literally just played today, solo for the first time, which kind of pushed this up a little bit higher, I think.
So just that one play today.
Just knowing that I can play this solo makes it so good. But that is Castles of Burgundy. This is published by Alia or Ravensburger, and it's designed by Steffenfeld. And this is the 2nd edition, which for some reason we had in our collection that we had the 1st edition that doesn't have solo. So whenever I went to Board Game Geek to see what games I could play solo, this never came up because this is the version that has the solo, and I didn't have that in our BGG account. Penny, what are you doing, you weird dog? But yes, Castles of Burgundy is, again, not really a dice worker placement game, but the dice are representing what you can do on your turn, like the 2 actions, because you're rolling 2 die, and with those 2 die numbers, you are doing 2 actions with tiles. You're either picking up tiles from a board, you're placing tiles into your own personal board or your own personal duchy, and those tiles, different colors. Benny.
She wants to leave.
Yeah, she wants to leave.
Bye-bye, baby.
Those different colored tiles do different things, and it is just a fantastic game. There are some expansions in this version that we haven't even played with, and there is the crazy new deluxeified version of this game too, which is fantastic, and I can't wait
to see it. The big pieces?
They have like the miniatures and all the crazy things. They also added some more additional expansions, which we haven't even played like all of these expansions. There's like the goods path expansion. There's a shields expansion that we haven't even looked into. Penny's trying to play underneath the table, so you guys can hear that.
She's playing with my sock.
She's playing with Francis's sock. But yes, that is my number 17. That is the Castles of Burgundy.
For 17, I have Seize the Bean.
Seize the Bean!
I really like the mechanics of this.
Again, another deck builder.
Another deck. Well,
it is a deck builder. Yes, your customers. Are your deck You're getting more.
And it's a worker placement.
Worker placement deck builder.
So I think is this the first worker placement that I have?
I think so.
Or is Concordia considered?
No, I don't consider that. No, because you're not.
So this is the first worker placement I have on my list. I love the theme of it. Just upgrading your kitchen or your cafe.
Yeah.
Also the variety of customers you can
We haven't even played with all of the customers.
We haven't played all of them, yeah. They're fun, they're funny, and so many different varieties of what they do as well. So you can put them in any combination, and I feel that just
changes up the entire game.
Yeah, like it gives you so many different experiences.
Yeah.
And I think out of the entire entire top 20, this might be the one that has the best components.
Oh, yeah.
Like the sugar cubes. Yeah, replayability. Yeah, it's one of the higher ones just because again of the
I think the base game comes with like 30 different customer groups, and in each game you're playing with 6 of them. So you're just, changing up the customer groups that you're playing with.
Yeah, I think the customers will really
help with the
replayability. But yeah, I mean, again, the sugar cubes, the coffee beans, all those, the production quality is amazing. And even the board, they're like inset.
They're double layered.
Yeah. No, I really like this one.
Yeah. We need to play it again.
The turns can be actually pretty quick, which is nice.
Yeah, that is nice. So we had to restart the camera, but that is your number 17.
Yeah, Seize the Bean by Quality Beast.
Yes, Quality Beast. I believe it's designed by Dylan.
Dylan Howard. Dylan Howard Cromwell.
Okay, so moving on to number 6. This is the first.
16.
Alright, so moving on to number 16. This is my first roll and write of the bunch, but you guys will see a few more on the list. But this is Three Sisters. This is published by 25th Century Games, and it is designed by Ben Pinchback and Matt Riddle. And this is one of the 3...
Good.
One of the 3... in this roll and write series, a little bit of a heavier roll and write series. There is Fleet the Dice Game, and then there's also Three Sisters, and then there's a new one called Motor City. But in Three Sisters, you are a gardener, and you are rolling die and then drafting die, and the die number and where that die is placed on a rondelle is the 2 actions that you can take. You can plant and harvest, and it is such a fantastic roll and write. It's just like a puzzle, and I really, really enjoy puzzles. I think that's why I enjoy roll and write so much, is I just enjoy a good puzzle. This one can also be played solo against Farmer Edith, which, love Farmer Edith. That's sarcasm.
Yeah, I saw the pain in your eyes.
Hate Farmer Edith. You saw the pain in my eyes. But yes, absolutely fantastic game. I definitely need to get this to the table again. I haven't played in a while, but probably one of my favorite roll and writes. Yes. That is my number 16.
Three Sisters.
Three Sisters, baby.
All right. Well, my number 16 is actually by the same people. Fleet the Dice Game.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember. I think, did we get this at the same time as Three Sisters? No,
I think we got this one first, and then I got Three Sisters.
Yeah. So another medium weight roll and write, and I love my roll and writes. Although I think.
Is that your only roll and write?
Let's say no. Let's say no. It's not.
Let's say no. You just lost your document.
It's a medium weight roll and write that's about fishing, and I love that you have, I think, how many boats? 6 boats or 6 different fish.
6 different types of fish and 4 different boats.
6 different types of fish they can catch. Or no, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because of the king crab. I like that you can focus on a specific fish or crustacean, if you wish. and each one have like different bonuses. Like there's like licenses that trigger different bonuses, and it gets better and better each time you do specific actions. So launching a boat could get you money and whatnot, and then
more fish or
and that's one thing I really love too, the money. When you get it, you get free actions. As you,
like every 5
there's
money.
I think
free action.
At the start it's every 5, but it always increases because they don't want you to just keep. But you could sometimes chain it because you get so much money. Yeah. And that's just so satisfying.
It's so good. I love the chains in both Fleet the Dice Game and Three Sisters.
Yeah. And now we haven't played this with the expansion yet. Dicey Waters, is it?
Yeah, we got the Dicey Waters expansion.
We do have it, right? Yeah. Okay, so we should play that because I think I'll really enjoy that. We could ask Tom and Asha this weekend, actually.
Yeah, we could play this weekend.
But yeah, the theme might not be for everyone.
The fishing?
Yeah, the fishing theme might not be for everyone. I really like small fishing villages, and I remember when Sisters. You like the gardening theme better. Yeah. No, I love small fishing villages. Like I still remember when I saw some in PEI and Nova Scotia, and I always associate this game with those kind of little villages.
Well, you also have mentioned that eventually
I want to retire there, even though I don't fish at all. I still want to retire at a fishing village because at least the photography would be nice there, I guess. And that's what I want to pick up when I'm retired. So yeah, Fleet the Dice Game.
So it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, so moving on to my number 15.
Parks.
This would probably be higher up on my list if I enjoyed it more with a lot of players. I will say that I do prefer Parks solo or 3 players.
2 to 3.
3 players. The 4 and 5 player count.
It gets so crowded.
The trail does get pretty crowded. And I don't love that. It can get pretty frustrating, but I just love the theme of parks. I love the collecting of resources and the like trying to get different parks and the gear and all of those things. I really love resource management. That's like one of my favorite things. I think that's why I like Concordia too, is that wait, no, I don't like Concordia. It's not in my top 10.
You've been saying it this whole time, so we already know.
We know. But yeah, I just really enjoy like getting resources in different ways to then use those resources in different ways. It's just one of my favorite things. Granted, it is in a lot of board games, but that and just the theme of parks and the art and the solo variant is very good, and I just really enjoy it. There's also 2 expansions that we haven't even gotten either.
Yeah.
So. But yes, that is Parks. That is my number 15. It is designed by Henry Audubon, and it is published by Keymaster Games.
Okay, so my number 15 is actually a crossover. So yeah, my number 17 is Seven Wonders with the Leaders expansion.
Has to have the Leaders expansion.
Yeah, I don't think I can ever go back without. So I'm not gonna say too much about this because we already talked a lot about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love how. Again, it's so quick to play, and
no matter how many players you play with,
it's just that it just makes it easier to always pull out. And, for a 6-player, like because we play a lot of 6-player
with your family,
with my family. This is an easy one because a lot of the other ones are 4-player party games, right?
Yeah, if you want to get like a.
Sometimes I want an actual board game that plays short and with 6
just
players.
Like I feel like every game is different too, depending on what cards you get, and you can try different strategies. I typically go for science, but I really
think that out of all the games we have, for someone that's starting their collection, this is an essential. Yeah. Now I did hear a lot about Wonderful World, I think it is.
It's a Wonderful World.
It's a Wonderful World.
Yeah, that looks great.
I heard that's better, so maybe that's worth checking out. We haven't played it yet.
It only goes up to 5.
It only goes up to 5
instead of 7.
And I love playing six players. So
yeah, 6 is usually what we end up with.
It's a Wonderful World. It wouldn't be an option for us at that point. No.
It'd be like Concordia when like one person has to sit out or like 2 people have to work together kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, number 15.
Moving on to 14. This is a big boy. This is a big chunky boy. Here's a chunky boy. It is. Move your elbow. Caverna. This is published by Lookout Games and designed by Uwe Rosenberg. This is a worker placement, tile placement.
Yep.
Is there anything else in there?
Is it a resource management? I think it is.
Management, yeah, because you're getting like the wood and the rocks and the rubies and the coal.
You can also go adventuring in it.
You can go adventuring. Oh, that's probably why you like it. But yes, Caverna is such a fantastic game. It was our first in the Uwe larger games. I think we do have one.
I think it's our first Uwe game, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think we have any of his like smaller tile laying games.
We don't have Patchwork.
Oh, I do have Indian Summer, but you haven't played that yet.
No, I haven't.
That's one of his.
Not a shot yet.
Yeah, it's one of his smaller tile placement games. But this was our first in his bigger games, and it has really made me fall in love with his games. This can also play up to 7. We could play this with your family.
I don't know. Like I love this game, and the most we played was 4 players, and I felt that was perfect.
Yeah,
it
went well. It was longer, but it didn't feel like it dragged on.
Well, it was overstaying its welcome.
It was one of those games that we were in the last round, and I'm like, oh, I need one more round after this.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like getting bored of it or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fantastic game. You are dwarves working on your homestead. You're building your little cave house and farming. But yes, that is Caverna, my number 14.
So my number 14 is viticulture.
I am hurt by all of your placements here.
It's right up, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a worker placement, not
deck building. Not deck building at all.
Yeah, just worker placement, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I love about the start of this game is the setup. The papa and the mamas, everyone has a different start depending on who they get and who they combine together. That can also influence maybe slightly how just your first strategy. Few turns. Yeah, because you might get like a yellow card and a blue card. So you're like, okay, maybe this yellow card I'm gonna play it first because I don't have to go plant any grapes because this yellow card does it, and it gives me something else too. Yeah. So it might be better action.
It also how the first cards can possibly allow you to like build a building. So you could have like a cottage right off the bat.
Yes, yeah. The starting cards sometimes give you a cottage and or whatnot,
or like a tasting room, and then you
can
find that
get
the tasting
more money.
Room allows you to take that strategy.
Yeah. So it can influence your strategy for sure, but also how the fact that every every option for your worker placement has that incentive. Like, hey, if you go here first, you get this neat little bonus.
If you play 4 players.
If you
is it 3?
I thought
4 player.
Yeah, I guess so. because I do enjoy this at
solo.
4 player
You
the
don't
most.
get it. 2 player. Maybe it is when you play 2 player as well. I forget.
Yeah, maybe.
The last time we played this, we played with the Viticulture World expansion.
Yeah, and which is really fun as well.
Yeah. I will be making a video on that.
I just decided to just go base
We
game.
also just got the Tuscany expansion too, so we still need to play with that.
Viticulture, number 14.
Moving on to our number 13. I do not have it because it is behind Francis's head. It is Wingspan.
Oh.
You want to grab Wingspan for me? My number 13 is Wingspan. Wingspan is also a Stonemaier game. Kind of funny. But in Wingspan, you are playing birds to your environment, your habitat. There are 3 different
I was about to say
lines.
You're planting birds.
You're planting birds.
You're planting and growing birds.
Yes, and you are purchasing those birds with different goods that you are rolling die in like a little bird feeder. I find Wingspan a little bit difficult to explain. You're basically placing birds into 3 different lines.
They're like 3 different environments or habitats. Yeah,
habitats. Yeah, there's the woods or the grassland, the woods, and the wetlands.
Or the river? I don't know.
You don't know. But each bird has a different ability, and each of those habitats are actually in line with a different action. So you have a list of actions, and say the forest is actually connected to the action of getting food. So whenever you get food, you would place a cube on the farthest to the right bird.
Yeah.
Get your food, and then that cube then goes through all of the birds in that habitat and triggers their special abilities. So I really enjoy that. There are so many birds. There are 3 different expansions now. There is the Oceania, European, and then there's now a new one coming out, the Asia expansion. So we only have the yellow one, which is Oceania.
But hey, I'd always love to have more birds for this game.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, all of the bird art is fantastic. It's very, very popular, and for good reason. It's a great intro into the board game hobby. So that is the wonderful Wingspan, which it is designed by Elizabeth Hargrave. Hargrave. Did I say Elizabeth funny?
Yeah, just a bit. But
why are you making fun of me?
Okay, my number 13, and actually here's another thing that could have easily made the top 10. Is Hadrian's Wall. It is a really good, like, so this is probably the meatiest roll and write
Would you say
ever
that
played.
This is your favorite roll and write?
Yes.
Is there any other
so
roll and
that
rights?
means there's no other
roll and rights in the top 10.
So this is my favorite roll and write. Just the fact that you can trigger so many chains of gathering resources.
It's so satisfying.
Yeah, like
just like every turn you're just like doing this and then getting this.
Getting more resources. Like, I think out of all the games that we have, this probably has the one where it gives you the most productivity in your turn.
Yeah.
Per turn.
And you just feel like you're getting so much done every single turn.
And just the fact that you have 2 pages that you can invest your resources on. It just gives you so many options for scoring and for defending your wall as well.
Yeah. You can play up to 6 players. You should play with your family.
Yeah, actually, so I wouldn't mind trying this with 6 players because everyone's kind of doing their own thing. There's not really much player interactivity going on here. Interaction. Yeah, sorry, player interaction.
Interactivity.
There's not much player interaction going, and I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I don't mind it either.
I like it when I'm in the zone and just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Without anyone bothering me.
It's kind of funny. I actually realized when I was making my list, I don't think there are any cooperative games.
Oh.
I don't think I enjoy
playing with people.
I enjoy cooperative.
Which is why you like playing solo.
I enjoy cooperative, like I will play them, but my favorite games are when I am able to focus on my own thing. Just
on your own thing. That's probably why you got into solo so easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hadrian's Wall. Love it. Great game.
Such a good roll, right? All right, we're moving on to 12. My number.
So we got 2 more.
We have 2 more. My number 12 is another big boy. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, are you sad about this? My number 12 is Lost Ruins of Arnak. This is published by CGE and designed by Min and Elwin. And this is a deck building game. It is a worker placement game, and it is an exploration game. All things that Francis loves. So I feel like he is... You're dying inside.
Well, now I'm starting to understand. Like, I'm like, maybe this is why we can never agree to play a specific game.
I love Lost Ruins of Arnak. Don't get me wrong. I'm always down to play Lost Ruins.
Yeah, but like, I always want to play like my top 10, and you're always wanting to play my 11 to 20 or something. Or
True. But yes, I really enjoy Lost Ruins of Arnak. It's a fantastic game. The expansion is a great addition where you have your own variable player powers, which makes it even better. I don't typically say that expansions are necessary, but I do think the Lost Ruins of Arnak, what is it called? Expedition Leaders is really good. I won't say it's necessary, but it makes it really good.
I'd agree that it's not necessary. What's fun about the Expeditions Leader is it could give you a nice little push towards specific strategy. That's why I think it's not really required, because you could play without it so that you get the freedom to go to change your strategy as you play.
Yeah.
True. You're not tied to a leader that is pretty much trying to push you down a certain path.
Yeah.
But that is a fun route to go down. Yeah. That's why I do like the expedition leader, but I wouldn't mind jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
With and without the expansion.
Yeah. You can also play it solo, which I recently played solo for the first time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know you could play Lavalier in solo?
I never look at. I'm too lazy to set games up myself for solo.
Did you not realize I live streamed this solo?
You live stream?
You live stream? Oh, that's what you do every Sunday morning going downstairs. But yeah,
I thought you were just talking to yourself. I thought you were just lonely.
No.
Maybe I should go spend some time with her.
Maybe I should talk to her. But no, it is fantastic solo. There's also a solo campaign that makes me even more excited to play more solo. But yes, that is Lost Ruins of Arnak. A fantastic game,
It's
okay?
a great game.
It's my number 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's still very high.
Yeah.
All right? All right.
All right, my number 12. And again, like now I'm looking at this, I'm like, I can't believe it beat Hedgren's Wall. See, that's why. Like it sometimes I think it would. I think when I put this list together, I think I was in a specific mood. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Right now, because that's how when I put it through Pub Meeple, and when I was playing them, I was like, at the moment, I would rather play this than this, right? But today, I think it would be other way around.
We should play Hadrian's Wall.
Quacks.
Quacks of Quedlinburg
is my number 12.
This is another one that we've had in our collection for a very long time.
And funny enough, is the first time I played this, I hated it.
Yeah, you absolutely
I
hated
did
it.
not like it because I think this was really our first push your luck game.
Yeah.
Right? And I was so used to strategizing, and I love that. Strategizing in board games is like, that's what I love about board gaming.
Yeah.
But this game, the first time I hated it, the second time we played, I told myself, okay, you know what? Obviously, my strategizing won't win me the game. I just gotta enjoy the ride. I just gotta enjoy the ride. Like you could strategize by spending what you want, like choosing what you want to buy, but you're not necessarily gonna get those out of your bag. It's not guaranteed, right? You could get all your white pieces right away.
Yeah.
So this made me learn to just enjoy push your luck games, and that's why it's so high in my list. So yeah, this and Galaxy Trucker is another one that's heavily based on luck, because once you put your ship together, you're just you just enjoy the ride.
Hopefully it all works out.
Yeah, this and Galaxy Trucker are the ones where we really learn to laugh at ourselves and our misfortunes.
Just not take it too seriously.
Yeah, number 12, Quacks.
Quacks of Quedlinburg. Again, designed by Wolfgang Bosch. Okay. We 11. Have made it to our number 11. Oh, wow. This game.
Oh, is that Betrayal? Oh.
No. This is... Move your hand. Da, 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 da. Merchants of the Dark Road. This is published by Elf Creek Games, and it is absolutely amazing. Who's the designer? Brian Schuer? Brian Schuer. But this one I have heard a lot of people say that they didn't love, but I really enjoyed this game. And I feel like it needs to get a heck of a lot more love, because this is a fantastic game. I really enjoy the strategic decisions in this game, and the fact that you can join other players when they go traveling and kind of piggyback off of other players. That is a mechanism or like a part of a game that I've never really played in any other game. Yeah, it's like, oh, who wants to join me? I'm gonna travel, and you guys can drop off your stuff. So and like if you do go with them, they get a little bit of like a reward for other people joining. I like that. I like that implementation, because it allows you to stay engaged even on other people's turns. Yes, yes. Very much so. And also you it kind of frees up your turn, right? Because now if you drop something off,
during someone else's
have to
turn.
do
You're
that
like,
on your
okay,
turn.
now I don't have to do that on my turn.
But
you do sacrifice.
Want to.
Yeah, you do still want to do some things on your turn because you get upgrades.
Yeah.
You can get upgrades to your carriage. So.
Yeah, and like that's how you get like the illuminated die and stuff. Again, this one has the dice worker placement or like dice action mechanism where the die are. You're moving the die up, and that's how you're determining how many spaces you're moving on the rondelle and also what action you're taking. There's different spaces on the rondelle that you're doing different things. There's a ton of different strategic routes that you can take. There's adorable little, what are they called when you take them with you? I forgot. Companions?
Yeah, companions. Yeah.
Travel companions. There's like the snow bee is on the back here and it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, and they give you different bonuses.
Yeah, they give you different bonuses and there's like heroes that you can pick up and you're giving them different goods and you're collecting goods and selling goods and, you know, fitting them into your wagon. Yeah. And I love this game.
Yeah, that's what I love that too. Just fitting your all the stuff you have in your.
We would like Feast for Odin. Because that's literally what Feast for Odin is getting different goods and then fitting them into
that sounds
your thing.
Really
and then
fun.
like
yeah, I can't wait to try
any empty spot is a negative point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely one that's going to crack my top 20 if I play it more.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. My number 11.
11. I see what it is.
Yeah. Cascadia.
Ooh,
okay, so this is actually
crazy.
Yeah, this is actually the reason why she's saying it's crazy is because it's an open drafting game and tile placing game, and I normally hate those games.
You also not despise, but you don't love.
I don't like Calico because Calico it feels like it takes too long.
Yeah.
And the reason being is I can see why, because with Calico it's so restrictive to where you can place your things.
Yeah.
Because you always want to get all those
3, right?
Yeah, you're only picking from 3. But yeah, you're just so restricted that people tend to overanalyze because they want to be able to get both the bonus and the base points.
Everyone is trying to get like everything done. Where in Calico you literally can't.
Yeah, Calico gives you this board where you're restricted to. But Cascadia, what Cascadia does is you have your beginning tile and you can grow whatever way you want.
Whatever direction, whatever you want to do.
So it's like, okay, yeah, I picked up this tile. It doesn't necessarily fit to any of the patterns that I want it to join to, but I can just put it somewhere on the side and I'll start growing it there. And the fact that you also have, because again, with Calico, you're only drawing a tile, that's it. Yeah. With this game, you're drawing not only a tile, but also an animal. So it adds a little bit of complexity with that drafting
more to think
portion.
About.
Yeah. And the fact that you can get those nature tokens to...
Mitigate.
Mitigate or just like kind of select this tile that I really like and this animal instead because I don't really need the animal there.
Yeah.
That's really fun too. But even if you don't have that nature tile, I like that it makes you kind of work with what you get. Like, okay, yes, I really want this animal. Don't really need that tile, but at least that tile I can push it aside. So much more forgiving, I guess, is why I really love it. And yeah, I'm hoping more tile placing games and open drafting games are
like Cascadia.
Or take lessons, take notes.
Yeah, Cascadia is published by AEG and Flat Out Games and designed by Randy Flynn.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, and
I love it.
You might
and
see it
actually,
on my list.
So here's the thing. There was one game that you said that. Oh, Everdell. You said, "Oh, it's so low on my list because I'm not good at it." I never won a game for this. And
I'm really good at this.
the fact that I hate tile placing games, open drafting tile placing games, and I'm bad at this game.
Never won it.
The fact that it's still 11 says a lot because it's such a good game. Such a good game.
We've really enjoyed it. Your parents really enjoy it as well.
Oh, even the fact that each animal scores differently.
Yeah, we've only played with the
base ones. I can't wait to try the other ones.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I really love that. There's just different ways to score.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that is the last game that we're talking about today. Cascadia, Francis number 11.
Yep.
Who would have thunk when I bought Cascadia just
that
randomly
I love it that much.
that you loved it that much? Yeah. Okay, well that is going to be everything for today's video, friends. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully if you're still here, actually, if you're still here, put this emoji in the comments.
Me?
No, I'm gonna put put a Francis emoji.
I'm not used to your YouTube mannerisms.
I can edit something. Put this emoji.
Is that what you call me now?
Put this emoji down in the comments if you're still watching, just so that we know if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and listening to us yap about board games we love. I feel like this video is going to be very long.
But hey, cut a lot of it. Just cut my parts out. Just cut it yours. I'll just have no. It'll just be you talking to me, and I have no speaking parts.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. If you enjoyed, give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy. Comment down below what some of your favorite games are. Maybe let us know what your 20 to 11 is. We will be doing another one of these
next year.
No, we still have to do our 10 to 1.
Yeah, next year.
No, not next year, like next week. Anyways, love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile. Or what did you say in the vlog? Play games.
Play games.
Play games. And I will see you guys in the next board game video. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.
This man.